Hey all, and welcome back to Pokemon Blue, where I fixed one thing and I've broken something else. For some reason, I'm not getting the display like on my actual computer. I can capture. I'm capturing fine. But for some reason, it ain't passing the signal through. I don't know why. Why? What's happening? I did do like some updates. I did some updates. I did some stuff where I moved over. I didn't think this. How is it that I'm capturing the signal, but I'm not sending it back out? What's that? What's going on there? Funny thing is, this was working like this morning. Just fine. I like put my computer to sleep and then I stepped out of the room and I heard some music and it's like, why is there music playing? And it's like, oh, that's right, I had the Wii U on to keep it from dying. And I left the HDMI cable plugged in. So I'm like, what's going on? This is all very confusing, but we can work through it. Or I have to play on the OBS capture, which has a very, very slight delay. But yeah, here we go. Dang. Oh, this one. No. Is this? This is all audio. I'm looking around to see if I can fix this. Because I've never seen this happen before. I guess I did, like, pick it up and drop it, like, a few inches. That could be something. And I, like, restarted my computer since it last worked. But that's not supposed to break anything, is it? I have a feeling that Windows is doing something funky. Funky Windows. Why you gotta be like this? Just gonna do a little search. Just a little search here going on. I found an old forum where people are talking about the same hardware I'm using. Let's see. Oh, here's an idea. Let's see. Yes. Configure video? No. That doesn't make sense. Maybe I have to do that. Does that work? Please work. I think it's not working. It's not working. Alright, I guess for tonight, for whatever reason, I'm playing on the capture window instead of actually out of the game. So there's like a it's not, the delay isn't terrible. The audio is just going to be very quiet for me, but that's fine. I don't get to listen to it as loudly as all of you at home. Anyway, tonight, I've brought out Fatalis again, because it's a pain in the neck I haven't spent any time off stream leveling, even though I keep saying I'm going to do that. I haven't done it. And so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get the most painful one over and done with, because Dragonair just... I don't know, Dragonair just does not fight very well right now. Maybe I need to teach it some better moves or something? I don't know. But I'm going to have to just... I'm just going to have to keep switching her out. I don't know why I say her. I guess Dragonair... I'm being very biased. Dragonair kind of gives off a feminine vibe, I guess. But these Pokemon aren't gendered. Not in this game. Oh, that's right. I'm going to do what I did last time and try to get further into the cave, get more familiar with the layout. Anyway. I do love the idea that we have the one true dragon-type Pokemon in the game is Fatalis, the one dragon. Oh, don't stun Spore. Okay, oof. Oh, we could do Earthquake, why not? Venomoth is not actually flying type, even though I keep thinking that it's supposed to be. But yeah. It's certainly... a Dratini to Dragonite is certainly a painful ordeal. Oh, I wish I had a ghost Pokemon to switch to. Because if Electrode does Explosion or Self-Destruct, then it's like... Yeah, now I just have to tank it. You can tank it, Beatrix. I should have switched to Danish. I forgot I have Danish in the party. It's some nice and easy Electrode experience points, I guess. I don't know. I know Cerulean Cave is the most unfamiliar part of this game to me. Because, like, if you're playing casually, or if you're playing as a kid in particular, the only time you go here is to get Mewtwo. You just bring the Master Ball and throw it and you're done. And it's like... It's like nothing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm wasting time with Amaterasu. It's because Amy... I think Amy can't do a lot of damage to Kadabra, but its high special makes it resilient. Oh, I guess Kadabra doesn't have a lot of HP. Oh wait, this is the dead end, isn't it? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. In a weird way, part of me wants to say, like, oh, we've gotten over the hump, and in a way it feels like we're at the end of the game. We're close to the end of the Catch 'em All challenge, but, like, not really. There's a whole lot to do. I gotta level up. I gotta get a Dragonite, and I gotta get a Rhydon, and Rapidash. Oh, it hurt itself, and it's gonna be burned. That's awesome, but we still have to go second, because... Oh no, Amaterasu is fast. Okay, I keep forgetting, Kadabra... Alakazam is the second fastest Pokemon in the game, but Kadabra is not that fast. It's also a wild Kadabra, so it's gonna have lower EVs and IVs, or whatever. It's cool. It's cool. Oh crap! I was about to fight with Fatalis for some reason. What a silly idea. But yeah. I still have Halberd in the party. I have Halberd with us because I think if we still don't have a Dratini, by the midway point of the stream, I'm gonna go back to... I'm gonna treat the, like, really stubborn, lazy Pokemon, the ones that take forever to evolve, I'm gonna treat them kind of like the Safari Zone, where we only work on them for the first half of the stream. And in the second half, I get to go do the quicker evolving ones. And at some point, I'll eventually have none of them left. and we'll just have to make it work. Okay, Danish, you haven't been hurt yet, so you can probably hold up to a Dodrio. Although it might do a tri-attack and, like, freeze you. I think freeze is one of the statuses tri-attack can do. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to say it's freeze, paralysis, and burn. Hey! 34! We've only got 8 more levels to go, and then I can rare candy the rest of the way. Even with rare candies, it's still a pain in the neck. Oh, also, no, maybe this is the way to go. I don't know. One of these ladders is the way to go to get closer to Mewtwo, and I want to do it so that I know how to get to it. For future reference. But like any maze, it's very convoluted. Wow. That was a crit? Well, I guess Danish is... No, Danish is not strong enough to knock it out in one hit. Uh-oh. Alright. Slash. The funny thing is that Slash... I have a feeling that since neither of them are... since Slash almost always crits, I have a feeling that it would actually be a better choice of move. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. Gosh. Ooh, that was also a crit. Why are the Dodrios getting crits? At least Beatrix is fast. I'm gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center already. Gosh, what was that? Like 3 Pokemon after Fatalis leveled up? How many? We're gonna need like 6 more. Oh, incidentally, let me check my money. Yeah, 95. So I redid the calculation to be sure, and to buy a Porygon, to straight up buy one, I need 130,000 Pokédollars. It'd be great if I knew how many you get from beating the Elite Four, because that's our best bet at making money. A large amount anyway. Because I need about 35,000. Oh, Amaterasu, you can handle this, maybe. But, yeah, that's my strategy. At some point when I feel confident enough, we're gonna go after the Elite Four again. Even though I wanted to level up my Lapras Epioth, I think Binahabra is still... I think Binahabra might have to be the, like... The one that I go with. Like, I think I'll have to go with my original blue team again. Maybe I can mix in... Maybe I can swap out some people for the trades from red, for like the red team, except that I have to level them up anyway. Oh, Danish, no, I need you to not be confused. Okay, why don't you slash? Come on, Danish, you can do it. Oh, I forgot. I waited too long to encourage the hedgehog. Come on, Danish, you can do it. You're not confused. You know what they're doing. You know what the doing is. Uh-oh. It only knows Thunder Shock, this Magneton? Come on. I have a feeling that, like, Pikachu is maybe the only Pokemon that naturally learns Thunderbolt. Maybe Magnemite never learns it. That's sad. It's a wild Danish. I guess it has to be Beatrix, right? Because she has Surf. But Sandslash has good defense. Sandslash has good defense, but it doesn't... It does hit hard, too. Oh, whatever. Bye-bye! Boy. Alright, I guess... I think this is the right way to get further in the cave, but I need to leave! Alright. Great start, great start. One trip to the Pokémon... We survived long enough to get 1 level up on Fatalis. Now I'm starting to think that I should trade it over to Red. I should trade it over to Pokemon Red for the extra rare candies that I can give it, but I think I only have a few. I still have to get it to like level 40 probably. Oh boy. Well, that's right. I said I fixed... I didn't explain myself. I said I fixed one thing, only to break another. I think I fixed my audio problem, finally, my microphone problem. Oh, and I haven't implemented it for some reason. What? Have I really not done that? Oh, I have. No, never mind. So this is going to get a little technical, but I have this condenser mic, which is... it captures... It's like an area mic, which I didn't realize when I bought it. And an area mic is not very useful if you're just recording one human voice. Like, you don't need... The point of an area mic is you're capturing, like, audio in a room or something. Like you're capturing a band or multiple people. It's kind of pointless. But for some reason, probably I screwed up somewhere. For some reason, both channels, left and right, are perfect inverses of each other, near perfect. And so when I tried, you know, I initially was going to mix it down to mono, because you only need mono for a microphone. And of course I did that and there was no sound. There's like little like a little bit of noise, you know, like white noise or something. And for the longest time I couldn't find a solution. And I can't use this mic with most software, cuz like Discord, for example, Discord will automatically mix it down to mono, cuz that's the sensible thing to do for a microphone. And of course all the audio goes away, so you can't use it. Finally, I meddled around with like left and right channels, and I like listened back to the audio and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, also I went in the wrong ladder. But wait a minute. All I have to do is pan the audio to one channel and mix that to mono, and now we're good. We're basically, because, oh crap, paralyzed. Okay, Amaterasu, you can do it. You can break through the paralysis. It's throwing more, it threw more spores, and Amaterasu can do it. So I guess most people won't have noticed. As long as you're listening, in stereo sound, or you have like 2 speakers or whatever, most people won't have noticed, but some people will. And I'm sure I got a comment or 2 about it. And, oops, sorry, but I think I got it now. It's really obnoxious because I thought I was going to find like a decent headset mic. I went out and tried, I found one in the shop, and I came back, I tested it out, and it was awful. It was a potato mic, which I shouldn't be too surprised, but I don't know, it was advertised as being better than that, and it was not. It was not comfortable either. It said it was like one of the most comfortable headsets. Top-rated comfort headsets. It's not comfortable. The only headset I found comfortable are the ones that have like a little strap, an adjustable strap that like runs across the top. So I'm wearing, it's got some kind of tension or elastic or something, so that like you don't have this solid full weight of the headset pressing down. Like, the elastic does some of the work for you. And there are not very many headphones like that for, you know, less than several $100s. I'm happy with the one I found. Hey, Fatalis leveled up again. Now we just need 7 more levels for the dragon. Ugh. You know, it's the title of the stream for a reason. Right. Danish, you can do this. I guess the long story short, I fixed my frickin' microphone after months of bad mixing. Oh no, Danish. Danish, you can do it. Danish, just swing. Swing your claws. Yeah. That did better than the rock slide. Yeah. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a doofus. Don't... If you watch, like, my first few streams, I sound awful. Not only does the mic sound bad, but I do too. I'm not entertaining at all. I'm surprised anybody watched those videos. Watch back those VODs. Not that I'm pretending I'm much better now, but at least the audio is clear, I hope. Please. Please, I spent money on a microphone. I don't know. I mumble and I don't always project either. I'm very conscious of these things, like, especially now that I'm playing with the, this is a good reason not to play with the capture up. I'm like, I keep looking down at the mixer, and I'm like, I'm seeing when I'm not speaking loud enough. I'm like, I'm just talking too low and you can't hear me very well at all. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, I forgot. Amy is still paralyzed. Come on, you can do it, Amy. It's Amy's paralyzed. You can't make Amy fall asleep. Flamethrower might not be enough. Oh, it is enough. Nice. Nice. Where do we go from here? Not this way. I feel like it's in the lower left corner. Southwest is the right way to go? Dunno. It's all about exploring. You gotta explore. Ooh, that did a decent amount. I thought Amaterasu had good special. Maybe Amaterasu doesn't have great HP for its level. I should compare against the rest of my team. Let's do that. Take a quick little peek. Take a quick little peek. Okay. Oh, Amaterasu is only level 48. How did I forget that? How the heck? You know why? Oh, you know why? I've been taking only, like, Beatrix and Danish. Beatrix and Danish have been doing most of the fighting as I train in Cerulean Cave, so Amaterasu's been left behind a little bit. Just a little bit. But gosh, I don't know. I keep thinking about the Elite Four, and I feel like Nahabra is still my best bet for beating Lorelei. I don't know. Like, who else could I even use? I'm happy to take suggestions from the chat. Because I'm like... Oh, freaking critical hits again! I'm like thinking about it. Like, electric Pokemon need to be fast enough to go first. Like, you could oh no. You could potentially sweep her entire team with, like, an Electrode, but it also needs to be doing decent damage. And problem with Electrode is that it doesn't learn the one good electric move, Thunderbolt. I'd have to teach it Thunder, which I don't even know if I still have that. I feel like I might have taught it to somebody else already. I guess if I haven't, I could teach it to Electrode. And then where does that leave us? I still need to level it up. I don't think I even have an Electrode, do I? Do I still have a Voltorb? I have to evolve it? Ooh, Danish. Danish would be the one to fight these Electrodes, but it's got no health left. Okay, Beatrix. You're not faster than an Electrode, but you can knock it out and survive it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. At some point, I'm going to have to do some training. I'm going to have to train up Nahabra a bit, I guess. Oh! That is a high-level Parasect. I've not seen a Pokemon that high level yet. Amaterasu would be the one to go after it, but I guess Beatrix will have to do. Come on. Come on, Beatrix. Throw a Blizzard at it. Oh, I forgot it knows, like, Slash at the top. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be fine. Okay, Blizzard didn't miss. That's cool. It also didn't knock it out, which is not cool. And Beatrix is asleep. No, wait. Why did I... Oh, we're crying out loud. No, and poison is weak to bug. Okay, Amaterasu, you can do this. Spore isn't going to put you to sleep because you're already paralyzed. Come on, come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Halberd doesn't have like a quick attack or something. Why did I put Halberd out here? Don't know. I don't know what to do. Nobody's left to fight. Alright, let's try it. Danish might be faster than a Parasect. Danish isn't very fast, but it might be faster. Oh, and Rock Slide has a chance to miss. Oh, I should have done Rock Slide. Oh, good grief. Because I think rocks are effective against bug. Cool. Beatrix, can you survive long enough to wake up? Is it gonna try? It's gonna do Spore again. Good grief. Good grief. What is happening? And she's not gonna survive the slash. This is embarrassing. Horn attack. You can do it right up close. Knock it out with a horn attack. Come on, buddy. Oh, that did nothing. That did nothing. At least it's rock. It'll resist a slash. Oh, it kind of resists the slash. It kind of resisted the slash. Oh, Renoplos woke up right away. Come on, Renoplos. Oh, that's not good enough. What is happening? This is madness. This is madness. Slam has a chance to miss, like not a small chance to miss. And I think Surf is actually stronger. Fatalis is faster than a Parasect. Okay, I guess that works out. Fatalis got all the experience. Fatalis got all 1,000 of those experience points. Oh boy, howdy. Oh, and it's so close to leveling up. Look at that. Isn't that miserable? Everybody on my team is fainted from a Parasect. And I would buy potions, but I'm saving my money for a Porygon. Good grief. Goodness griefus. Okay, well, I gotta take a quick break anyhow. I'm gonna step back out into Cerulean so you can enjoy the music of the city. And I'll be right back with more dragon training. Be right back. Alright. I'm back. Boy, looking at the capture, I'm reminded of how I still haven't figured out how to make the capture look better. The retro tink doesn't fix the interlacing, and neither does the capture card. And OBS doesn't help either. I guess that's what happens when you have like 3 stages of video encoding or whatever. I should probably just give in and buy an Elgato or something. I hear those are pretty good. But I don't know, the funny thing is I'm not capturing off of, like, hardware this old very often. It's like, it's just for this one, I think it's just for this one playthrough so far. In most games I would probably emulate instead. I don't know. Hey, you got a level. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Fatalis was like 54 experience away from leveling. Okay. But I think I've found the way to the end of the cave. So let's keep going and see how far we get. So you basically want to swim the whole way around. Swim around town. Bring it around town. And then you do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that, and this. Stomp on your right foot, don't forget it. I'm gonna stop. Stop with the purpose. Gosh. I don't know. How do people do it? How do people capture like Game Boy footage from hardware? It's a mystery. I guess they just point a camera at a TV screen. I wonder if I pointed a camera at my monitor and cropped it correctly, would that look better? Maybe that would actually look better. Oh, crap, I got fooled and I gotta go down. I'd like Venomoth's cry is almost like it's like ta-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Oh, come on. Sleep powder shouldn't be that accurate. It's worked almost every time. Well, screw you, Venomoth. I'm using... Uh-oh. I forgot it knows Psybeam. Ooh. Alright, Earthquake will work. Bug poison. What? How good is this Venomoth's defense? Earthquake is a stab move. Oh, you know what? It's not... did it say it was super effective? I think it might not actually be. Holy crap. Maybe Beatrix's attack isn't that great, actually. I know that Nidoking is the preferred speedrunning Pokemon. Okay, Amy, it's up to you. You're up to the plate, Amaterasu. I should be using Amaterasu as much as possible to get it leveled up. Even though I'll probably replace it with somebody else. Maybe Plesioth Gypsyros? Or Plesioth the, Oh, I haven't named a Pokemon Gypsyros, have I? Oh, man. I think I missed the boat on that one. Unless I start naming the legendary birds after those. We can have Yankuku, Kurapeko, and Gypsyros as our legendary birds. I'm sure that would make somebody annoyed. I wonder if Slash will just do more, because it crits. Yeah, I feel like Slash actually did more damage than Rock Slide. Rock Slide has not been very useful to Danish. And yet if I replace it, then I will have wasted the TM. Okay, we stay down. We don't make a turn. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I'm lucky I haven't run into any Hypnos yet, because Hypno has proven to be the most difficult one to deal with out of all of the Pokemon in the cave. I'm sorry, Dodrio. Are you jealous? Are you jealous of Hypno? Oh my gosh. Dodrio dodged the rocks. Why is Tri-Attack critting? Is this like, are crits tied to speed in this game? Is that the thing? Alright, well, Amaterasu, you get a crit on Fire Blasts. Come on. You're fast. You're faster than Dodrio. You didn't get a crit. The heck, man? I lost both of them. Beatrix even had like a turn, had turn advantage. Like, not really. She had to go second, but I'm gonna have to go back to the center again before I get to the end of this cave, because I got this far off stream and I know that there's still a lot left to go. Oh, hello, Rhydon. I don't have a Pokemon who can deal with you anymore. I only have Amaterasu. Okay. I do have a strat, though. Amaterasu has a good strat. Oh, and it's got Horn Drill. We gotta be smart. We gotta be smart about this. Yeah, oh, it actually hurt itself. Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. I was hoping that, Rhydon's hurting itself would do more damage. Because I think it is based on your, like, attack stat. I think. It's based on, like, attack and, like, you basically attack yourself with a... Oh my gosh, that was not very effective. Oh, you know why? Because Rhydon is, has low special. Okay, never mind. I didn't even have to do all of those double teams, did I? Oof. Oof. At least Amaterasu was fast enough to deal with that. Okay, I think there was an item up there before. So we go left, now that we're on, like, the lowest level. Raichu! Raichu looks so cute. I should Raichu. It's adorable, and it's 16 levels higher than Amaterasu. Wow, Growl. I'm glad that I don't need that move. Amaterasu's faster, too. Wow. Amaterasu's awesome. Oh, come on. Don't worry. Don't worry, Amaterasu. You're invisible. You're a ninja. You're not going to get hit by anything. You're going to get hit by anything. Okay, one more double team. One more. Yeah. I have a feel... I want to say Raichu doesn't actually have great, special in this game. Like, it has good speed. But I want to say it doesn't have good special. Oh, I lost the speed advantage. Come on, confusion. Oh, no. Come on, Amaterasu. You can do it. Come on. Oh, my gosh. There's a crit. All these Pokemon are getting so many crits. Do you get more crits at high level? What's going on? I'm not getting crits. Except for Danish, who always gets crits with Slash. Okay. Well, dang it. I gotta go back already. I pushed my luck too far. But hey, Fatalis is inching ever closer to the threshold that I need to evolve it. I think I might make it before the halfway point of the stream, too. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, we've got 4 levels. Oh, maybe not. We got 4 levels, so we might be able to get 4 levels by 8 o'clock. I don't like those odds. Oh, come on. No, Fatalis, you're gonna ferry us across the water. Picture this, if you will. A young Pokemon trainer summons Fatalis in the waters just west of Celadon City and leaps on its back. And Fatalis gracefully ferries the trainer across the river to Cerulean Cave. What a sight. What a sight to behold. Yeah, I think Beatrix is the only one that makes sense. If I had Mudge would not be a bad choice. Well, Mudge might not survive that, actually. Blizzard, go get him. Freeze him up. Yeah, there you go. Hey, you got another one. Got another one. Okay, so it's 5 levels in the last 40 minutes. Oh, wait. I did my math badly. It's taken about 40 minutes to get 5 levels. I think we're not going to make it. I think we're not going to make it before the midpoint. Oh, well. We get to train Halberd instead. And with any luck, we'll get a Firo. I think I'll keep using Cerulean Cave, though, because I'm not too concerned about skipping levels on a lot of these trained Pokemon, and it'll just be faster. Oh, you know what, Amaterasu, let's pit you against a Dodrio, see how you do. Unless it uses Tri-Attack or Drill Peck. So I have a 50-50 chance of being in a bad way. Boy, I've had good luck hitting with some of these moves. Like Fire Blast and Blizzard, I thought they had bad accuracy. Am I wrong? Don't they have like 75 accuracy or something? Something terrible like that? Maybe I'm just crazy. Screw it. Dug a hole. Dug a hole. Dug a hole, Banosh. Knock out that Ryuchu. Uh-huh. Oh, I was right at the ladder. There's a Pokemon waiting to ambush me at the ladder. It's Kadabra! Of course, I should have known. Kadabra, you scoundrel. Who do I go with? I guess normally I go with Amaterasu, but Amaterasu might get knocked out. Okay, you can hold your ground. Oh, of course, it uses its most powerful move. It doesn't use Recover like it's been doing every other time we fought it. Okay, but Fire Blast landed. Oh, it gained armor. Well, armor's not going to help you against fire, unfortunately. It might make it worse, actually. I don't know why I was reminded of a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court just now. Famously opens with, in modern day, at least when the book was written modern day, visiting, the author visiting a museum with, and there's an armor piece that has a hole in it, and they're like, we're not really sure where this hole came from, and then this guy in the tour group, like, kind of whispers in the author's ear that, hey, I made that hole, there's a whole big story around it. I actually I shot a knight with a gun in like 600 ED. And it's like, what? And from there we learn the story of how this so-called Connecticut Yankee, a guy who's like a skilled engineer. This skilled engineer found himself in King Arthur's Camelot, England in the time of King Arthur, and did all this crazy weird stuff. I don't know. I want to say that it's a book that's kind of about the evils of imperialism, but I can't stand by that. I feel like Mark Twain is usually smart enough to do something like that. It's very, like, basically the Connecticut, or time traveler, our hero of the story, is basically doing, like, everything he does turns out badly, despite his good intentions. And, I don't know. I think you could very easily take a, like, colonial reading to it. Because he's traveled to, like, a land that is less technologically advanced. It's not, like, educated in the same things as, the, like, you know, essentially foreign Interloper. Interloper is a little better. He, like, just happens to be there. But I don't know, he proceeds to... He, like, very quickly ascends to a position of power and dominance in this society by... I think at first he's just, like, tricking people into thinking that he has magic for a while. And then he tries to explain that it's not magic, and I think maybe some people get it. I don't know. It's a strange story, because a lot of it is fun and goofy, and the ending is very dark. Like, shocking. Not to, yeah, Electrode thinks I've made a pun and he's laughing, but it's quite alarming, to say the least, the way that story ends. But I don't know. It's not a very well-known... Oops. Oops. Danish, are you okay? You're okay. Anyway. I'm thinking about it, and I could softly recommend A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. It's not a long read either. It's pretty short. It's pretty short, and I think it's pretty good. But it's not like a must-read, maybe. I think I was saying last time that all this classical literature, basically anything written before the 19th century, is kind of held up on a pedestal as some kind of like required reading. Oh, good grief. Sometimes literally it's required reading in schools. And it's like, a lot of that stuff isn't as it was relevant in the time that it was written in the context. And maybe if you learn the context as you read the stories, like, it can be useful that way, but it's like, I don't know. Can you relate to, like, the character? How much can we now relate to, like, Gulliver from Gulliver's Travels, who is a man so removed from modern society that, I don't know. Maybe there's a better example. I guess there's always something. You can always find some connections. Some through lines. I think there's probably something in the Canterbury Tales that... There's, like, enough in the Canterbury... I say that, but I haven't read the Canterbury Tales. I would assume there's enough in there that you could reasonably, like, find some character you connect to or some story that you like out of the lot. And I don't know, people keep performing Shakespeare even though that's hundreds of years old. There's some, like... There's enough of a through line of human experience. Oops, and why did I use search? I'm thinking of type advantages backwards. So I don't know. I guess Shakespeare is a good counterpoint to my argument. But, I don't know. My argument is that it's hard to read this old stuff. It's hard to understand it. You know, even to start. Oh, boy. Beatrix would be a good choice, but... I'm thinking, but... Marowak will throw a bone at it, and poison is weak to bone. Alright, Danish. Let's see if we can survive an attack and be faster than Marowak. Oh! You don't even need to be fast. Well, being faster helps, but Marowak wasted its turn. Ooh, and it's gonna come back. Ooh, okay. Well, you're faster, so let's just do Dig. It might do enough damage because it's a stab move. And ground does not resist ground. Oh, no, it's not faster. Oh, Danish survived. Danish, you're amazing. I forgot they have incredible defense. How much defense do you have now? Let's take a look. No, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, I think this water is the last thing between you and the player and Mewtwo. So I found it. I found the path to the final Pokemon. Oh man. I'm looking at the I guess one advantage of having the capture software up, having OBS up, is that I can see when the stream tanks for a second. And I still don't know why. I guess I was moving stuff around. I was moving cables around, and it seemed like my router was kind of heating up a little bit. Maybe it's got some dust in it. It's possible. Or maybe a bug fell in there or something. It's possible I gotta, like, get the dust blower and clean it out. But I don't know. I would have thought that it has, like, a little wire mesh on top of it or something. Keep it from getting dust in there. Because it's got this, like, grate. It's got a little grate on the top with openings. You would think that there's like a fan blowing air out of there so that it doesn't get dust. But then again, there's no intake. I don't know. Feels like a poorly designed piece of electronics. Amaterasu, heck, can you fight a Golbat? You both have Confuse Ray. Dang it. I shouldn't have said that. Come on, Amaterasu. You can... Come on, Amaterasu. 2 of Golbat's moves are confusing moves. Oh, I forgot. Amaterasu. Okay. Oh, eliminated status changes. That includes confusion? Wow. How does it feel? Get a taste of your own medicine. Ooh, 1 flamethrower was almost enough. The heck? Oh my gosh. It broke out of confusion and wasted the turn on Haze. I kind of love wild Pokemon and all of their nonsense. Alright, so we don't have to go far anymore. I found the exit, so we're just going to hang out here. Just going to hang out here for the next 8 minutes. In fact, we should be gaining experience faster without all of the loading zone changes. Okay, but I'm going to do Beatrix because I think Beatrix is faster. Funny thing is, I'm thinking Golbat is poison flying, but I don't think it learns any poison moves in this game. Not strictly speaking, anyway. Not poison damaging moves. Actually, you know what? Let's go up to the upper level because there are stronger Pokemon up here, I think. Ah, yes. The joy of Pokemon. How far are you from a level up, by the way? Pretty far. About halfway, maybe. Oh, sleep powder has worked every time. I feel like some of the random chance element is broken in this game. It's just a feeling. Because I know sleep powder has, like... I'm pretty sure sleep powder has 75 or 65... No, it's 75 accuracy. I think Hypnosis has 65 accuracy. And look at that, 3 times in a row, huh? What are the odds of that? Come on, Venomoth, do another sleep powder. Make Amaterasu fall asleep again. We all want to hear the Poke Flute. Oops. Okay, that's a little better, I guess. Get it out of here. Fire blast it. Blast it with fire. Blast furnace. Alright. Anyway. Books. Old stories. I don't know. There's so much new literature out there, like good new literature. I feel like it doesn't get appreciated as much as it should. Uh-oh. Dodrio's gonna be faster anyway. Oh, crit tri-attack. Yeah, it was a crit. Surprise, surprise. Maybe tri-attack is just like high critical chance in this game. Maybe it doesn't do status effects. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. It's the Hypnosis Wigglytuff. Stare into its soul. Your soul is mine. I will slap you silly. It's bewitching. Look away, Beatrix. Look away. Open up a crevice in the earth. A cavern. What's the word I'm looking for? A ravine. Oh, tear open the earth with an earthquake and banish this Wigglytuff to the depths. You see, the Grand Canyon was formed when a Wigglytuff appeared and Boy, it frightened Nidoqueen so much that Nidoqueen tore open the ground to get away from it. To send it somewhere that it would never come back. Some say that Wigglytuff is still there at the bottom of the Grand Canyon to this day. Boy, why do I feel sleepy? Pokemon making me sleepy. Or all the talking, maybe. I'm not breathing enough. So weird. Venomoth used Psychic before, didn't it? I didn't think that Venomoth learned Psychic naturally. I thought you could only teach it. Anyway. I wonder who... Okay. Let's think about the team. Let's think about my two teams, my red team and my blue team. And, like, who could I swap and switch around? Because we got Beatrix, Mudge, Danish, Frog, Amaterasu, and Beatrix. Did I say Beatrix already? Ooh, we're getting close. We're getting so close. And then the red team, we have Plesioth, Salamander, Hypnoc. Oh boy, I can't remember all of their names. Oh no, what a terrible trainer I am. Oh, Flutterby. How can I forget Flutterby? Oh, come on. Did I say Plesioth already? Oh, okay. Oof. And, yeah, I'm just trying. Oh, hi. Hi, Fabrics. I am leveling up the laziest dragon in the world, Dragonair, to become a Dragonite. And I made the promise. I promised that by the midpoint of the stream, which is coming up, if I still hadn't reached level 42, that we were gonna switch away and train easier Pokemon. But I'm so close that I think I want to keep going. I think I want to get it there. It might take like another 10 minutes to do it, but we're not far away. I have 8 rare candies, so I only need to get it 3 levels higher right now. Oh my gosh, and the Wigglytuff. The Wigglytuff is back. Don't look into its eyes. No, Beatrix, you looked into its eyes. Now you're asleep forever. Only the Poke Flute can bring you back. Follow the sound of the flute. Yeah, you're right, Fabrics. It's sort of the thing is, it's either I do it this time. Oh, Earthquake was the one move I was gonna use. Blizzard will have to do. But I mean, either I do it this time, or I would like level up. I would level up Fatalis off stream a little bit more, and then rare candy on stream. So okay. I agree with you. Let's we're gonna keep going with Fatalis here. Get it to its final form. It's hardly the black dragon. It's more like the khaki or sand-colored dragon in this game. But it's only a reference. The funny thing is, I still have a Rhyhorn to level up, who might be a little easier. I think Rhyhorn. The trouble with the Dragonair is that it just can't fight very well unless you spend a bunch of TMs on it. So I've had to resort to just leveling it up like this, letting like half my team get wiped out in order to level up this one dragon. Oh my gosh, Beatrix survived 1 HP. Beatrix, you're amazing. But I think we have to go back to the Pokemon Center. We're so close. Wait, 28-18. That's like 5 or 6 more fights. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, close enough. Unfortunately, my Rhyhorn, Renaplos, is I think level 28 now, or 26. It's 28, and that's I think it's level 42 or 45 to evolve a Rhyhorn. It's a long way to go, but yeah. I don't know. We got lots otherwise to look forward to. It's time for the midstream break. Right now, I'm gonna do a safety save. And yeah, I guess I'm going to come back and I'm going to get Fatalis to level up. I'm going to level up Fatalis enough to evolve with rare candies. And then after that, I guess it's Halberd. We get to go ahead Halberd, get Halberd up to Firo, which I think is only level 22 or something. It's not that bad. And then who knows what next. So I can step out for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll be back. So take that time to stretch, get some water or a sandwich or whatever you want, and I'll see you just in a few minutes. Hello. Back to the show. Alright, I'm back. I'm back for more slow dragon training. How to train your dragon. Go to Cerulean Cave. Oh, we should bike there. Bicycle! I think I've sung the beginning of that Queen song too many times after getting on a bicycle. And I think it one time when I was trying to get a Tauros and it probably scared the Tauros away. Or Kangaskhan. It was Kangaskhan. I was like, I was hoping Kangaskhan would want to ride the bike, but was not interested. Anyway, I want to say it's... Pokemon makes you go nuts. You get, I forget what it's called. You get that, it engenders that, that thing where you think you see patterns where there are none. Danish? I don't know what's good against a Chansey. They have a lot of health and a lot of defense, I think. But Danish has crit. That was huge! Oh, Chansey, you might have knocked yourself out. No, you didn't, because you have terrible attack, I forgot. But yeah. For Breeks, I was talking earlier about reading. For some reason, my mind goes to literature when I'm playing Pokemon. When I'm streaming Pokemon training or Safari Zone. And I'm such a bad reader. Seeing patterns where none are is kind of human instinct. It kind of is, yeah. Like, we look for faces and everything. And, uh-oh. This ranch is a pretty strong one. But yeah, there's like a specific, there's a specific type of... Like, there's a term for kind of hallucinating patterns and things. And I forget what it's called. Pareidolia? Is that it? Something like that. Which it can be like a very serious, I think it can be like a serious kind of, mental thing. I'm good at words. I'm very good at words. It can be a serious... I know it can be a serious mental thing. I remember the, watching some of the promotional stuff and behind the scenes for, Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice. They talked about that. Oh, Pareidolia. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Fabriks. I think that's exactly it. I want to say... Oh my gosh, in the stream... At least it's Pokemon. If the stream goes bad for a second, you're not missing too much in terms of animations. Oh my gosh. Come on, you can wake up, Amaterasu. You can stay awake. Oh, why is the stream? I'm gonna have to go clean out. I'm gonna have to like take a look at my router and see if I can like clean the dust out of it or something. But anyway, yeah, Pokemon definitely. Pokemon is one of those games that engenders Pareidolia. For sure. I think Monster Hunter is one too. Danish, you're a good choice. For Kadabra, maybe? Because Amaterasu is paralyzed? Maybe you're not, but I will trust you to work anyway. What am I saying? I say that because I feel like going up the ladder to this floor has harder Pokemon in it, but it might not. It might just be a coincidence. The encounter rates might be the same in every area of the cave. I don't know. There's no way for me to know. It's just a feeling. And probably a flawed one at that. Alright, Amaterasu, you're going to have to tank another one of Kadabra's attacks, whatever it is, and hopefully hit it with a Fire Blast. Oh, can you survive? You did, but you're paralyzed. Okay. Danish, it's up to you, buddy. Come on, Danish. I know you're not going to be faster than a Kadabra, but you have more hit points. Oh my gosh. Dig! Oh, perfect, finally. The one thing I do know for certain is that wild Pokemon choose their attacks at random. It is totally random. There's no like, intelligent decision-making going on there. And so, unfortunately, the trainers have this weird, the, like, actual trainers with intelligence have a weird advantage in that they will choose their attack after you choose yours. Yeah. I was saying earlier, I wouldn't have paid much attention to encounter rates either, because I was saying earlier that Cerulean Cave is the, like, least well-known part of this whole game to me. It just, like... Because it's at the end of the game, like, you go there maybe once to catch a Mewtwo and then never again. Maybe to catch a Chansey. But it's like... It's exactly like... You're not thinking... I think by the time you get here, you're not catching... You're not catching any of these Pokemon, so you're not thinking about it. You're just here to get the one. Oh, no, Tri-Attack. It's been critting every time. And again, I swear Tri-Attack is supposed to do... Its only thing is that it's supposed to be... Frickin'... It's supposed to, like, deal a random status effect. Either burn, paralysis, or freeze. Frozen. But it's just been critting. It's been critting like it's a slasher. It's been slash or karate chop. Yeah, exactly. What's the point to catch Pokemon? I guess if you don't want to train them up, or you don't realize... That's something. If you're playing this game as a kid, you might not realize that Venomoth is the evolved form of another Pokemon. And Abra is so hard to catch that you might just get a Kadabra because you don't want to bother. Or Abra is so hard to train because it doesn't learn any actual moves for a long time that you might just catch a Kadabra. I think the only other one worthwhile is... The only one that's actually worthwhile is probably... Oh no, Beatrix! Beatrix survived again! Amazing. Oh, Gen 1 Tri-Attack doesn't have secondary effects. Maybe in this gen it does have, like, a critical boost. Oh my gosh, we have to go back again. Fatalis. Fatalis, could you actually fight something? No, you need 4,000 experience points. Like crap. You know what? I said I was going to level up Fatalis. You know what? Screw it. I wanted to, like, leave half the stream to easier leveling, but I'm committed now. I'm going to go by the name of the stream and demonstrate just how lazy this dragon is. We're gonna get this dragon to evolve. We're gonna make it happen, and then we're gonna put it in the box, and I'm never gonna see it again. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that these Pokemon are just gonna go in the box. They're just gonna go in the box, and we'll never see them. I should do something special. There should be something special I can do at, like, the end of the stream, so that all of the Pokemon get to see the light of day for, like, even a brief moment, right? I could keep, like, one of my bird Pokemon to fly around the map, and then take Pokemon out in groups of 5 to, like, battle or something. That would be fun. Or maybe I go through all of the boxes. That's what I should do. Okay, I'm gonna once I get all the Pokemon in this game, I'm gonna organize them in order, and we'll take them out of the boxes in order. We'll go, like, in 6, and I'll say something about each of them. I'll say something nice about each of them. And I'll, like, read their Pokédex entry. I think that'll be nice. That'll be, like, a nice closer to the whole series. Okay, Amaterasu. Parasect is a bug type and grass type. This is your wheelhouse. We finally run into a Parasect when Amaterasu is not paralyzed and can go first, and it misses. That's like the first time Fire Blast has missed this entire stream. Ugh. Yeah, thanks for breaks. I kind of wanted to just read each of the Pokédex entries in the, like, not really Dex voice from the anime that I've been doing. But I think fleshing it out with something a little more would be fun. You know, because I'm gonna talk to, like, the guy in the Game Freak guy who works in the building in Celadon, and I gotta talk to Professor Oak. But You know, and I want to do something a little special too, because I gave every Pokemon a name. Even the ones that I caught and like just put in the box to never see again. Oh, why did I do that? I picked the one attack that won't do any damage. Just use Surf. Just use Surf. It has the most points. Pete, you fool. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, we're going back up to next level. But yeah, because part of me feels bad just leaving them in the box forever. I might even rearrange them across the boxes so that they're spaced out a little more. I don't know how many we'll actually have at the end. I would have to do some math, because I haven't, you know, I don't have, like, a Squirtle, a Wartortle, and a Blastoise, right? Like, I only have a Blastoise. I only have the fully evolved forms of each of them. I would guess that it's actually less than 100 in total, if I had to guess. Like, there should be, if you're catching and leveling all of them, evolving all of them, that should be less than 100. That's my guess. Oh, I hope Rhydon doesn't have a ground move. Nope, it just has the one move that won't do anything. Good job, Rhydon. Brilliant. I swear I fought a Kadabra earlier, a wild one that only did recover 2 or 3 times in a row. Wild Pokemon are endless, an endless fount of joy and comedy. But yeah, I definitely want to mix. I want to mix the team that I made in blue with the team that I made in red to fight the elite. Sleep Power didn't work yet. Finally, the Sleep Power doesn't go up. But sorry, I'm gonna have to fight the Elite Four to get money to buy Porygon, and I want to mix the teams that I made in Pokemon Blue and Red together in some way. Because some Pokemon like Amaterasu are not going to be as useful in that fight. And like... oh, who was my... I had a bird Pokemon, didn't I? In the blue playthrough? I'm trying to remember who... Or no, I didn't. I used Peregrine. I used Peregrine, my, Spearow, I think, to, like, fly around. Or no, Halberd is my Spearow. Peregrine was my Pidgey. I used it to fly around. Okay, Amaterasu is my Kadabra killer, I think. Do I know what the final team will be? No, I was thinking about it earlier, though. So I was trying to remember what all of them are, and I realized that I don't remember my entire teams. But I've got... Okay, so the blue team... I have the blue team, like, on the little, like, AFK background and midstream background. So that was... Amaterasu was part of the team. And Beatrix... So Amaterasu, the Ninetales, Beatrix, the Nidoqueen, and Danish, the Sandslash, were part of the blue team. I also had Frog, the Venusaur. Mudge, the Parasect. Mudge as in mushroom, but I, like, spelled it kind of funny. Oh, man, I don't have Amaterasu. Amaterasu, you have to survive! Just survive. Survive long enough to fight this Kadabra. Oh, perfect. Why can't I remember? I can't remember the 6th Pokemon in my main team. Wait. Oh, it was Banahabra, the Beedrill. That was it. No, it was a crit Psychic? You gotta be kidding me. At least it's burned. Okay, Danish, you get this Kadabra out of here. Get this Kadabra. Get him out of here. Sorry, so I have a Sandslash. I have Sandslash, Beedrill, Venusaur, Nidoqueen, Ninetales, and I forgot already. Who else is my team? Parasect. And so Mudge the Parasect was kind of... I think Mudge the Parasect and Amaterasu the Ninetales are during the Elite Four, they were kind of useful in, like, very specific ways. Oh no, Beatrix is gonna get knocked out by a Bonemerang? Are you kidding me? Oh. Alright, Danish. I mean, Danish has such good defense, I think there's no way that we can lose with Danish, but dang it. So, okay, so those are the ones we have from the blue team. The red team I have to train up because I didn't do a complete playthrough. I only went like far enough. I only went far enough to get the Pokemon I needed to trade, so they're like around like mid-30s levels. Ooh, 41. Oh, we've got 1 level left. Okay, let's go to the Pokemon Center because I need to heal up. And let me guess, it's about 5,000 experience to go up. 6,000. This is gonna take. That's something like 12 more battles. I have to do about 12 more battles, maybe a little more to level up Fatalis. Oh my gosh, and the stream is so bad. Why? I swear. It is possible that I also have the router plugged into a bad power strip, so I have a better power strip I bought with surge protection. I might switch it to. Who knows? Maybe Monday's Monster Hunter 2 stream will be more stable as a result. Okay. Safety save. Every level counts. Okay, so let me go over the red team for comparison. So we had the blue team. The red team was, we got a Charizard, Salamander the Charizard, Hypnoc the Pidgeot, Flutterby the Butterfree. We had, who did I get next? Oh, what did I call it? Najarala the Arbok. Plesioth the Gyarados. And I can't remember the 6th one for some reason. I feel terrible. But those are options. Plesioth needs levels, but is otherwise, I think, a pretty cool choice. Oh, you know what? Maybe Fatalis can fight this guy. Let's Thunder Wave to start. Ooh, that's nice. Give it a Surf. It won't do much damage. Let's compare against Slam. Is it necessary to use a power strip, or can you manage it to use a separate socket? So the way my room is laid out, my wall sockets are like almost as far away from my computer, my desk as possible. So I have to use power strips just to extend the wall sockets. I would love to plug it straight into the wall, but oh well. Also, it's like the wiring in my building is kind of funky, so it's possible that if there is a power problem, it's just like an old building with like badly done wiring. It's the summer, so people are like using their air conditioners and like putting strain on the system. Who knows? It could be any number of things. The problem is the bottlenecks could be anywhere. It might even be my service provider screwing me over. It's like, it's impossible for me to really know, but I will like switch it over to the other power strip and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, exactly. If it's the ISP, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Amaterasu. Oh, I need to say encouraging words to my confused Pokemon to get them to fight. Come on, Amaterasu, you're not confused? Yes, you are. Dang it. No, Psychic. Survive the Psychic. You survived the Psychic. You can do it. Come on, Amaterasu. You can do it. Yeah. And it landed. Amaterasu's the best. Goddess of the Sun. Never forget. Anyway. Yeah, so thinking about the teams for the Elite Four. Turned out that Lorelei was the most difficult one of the entire bunch for me. I don't know why. Just like my blue team, my Pokemon blue team, we were underleveled and I didn't want to bother grinding levels. And I went in and I had to sweep almost her entire team with Banahabra the Beedrill. I exploited the sort of type advantage bug with trainers so that Lorelei's Dugong would just use Rest a whole bunch of times to set up Banahabra to have like maximum Swords Dance. I think it was Swords Dance, so that and Agility. I maxed out its attack and speed with Swords Dance and Agility. I think I gave it an X accuracy, so it won't miss ever. And yeah, from there I swept everything except for the Lapras, who would not go down in one hit, and who knows like Ice Beam and all this other crazy stuff. So I was trying to think of like who could possibly take on Lorelei's entire team. Because that's like the one most dangerous thing. And I think if I get Plesioth high level enough, it knows... Oh my gosh. And Dodrio's faster than Danish. I have to switch. Beatrix, you just need to get... You just... Okay, Rage. Ooh. Anyway, point being that Lorelei's Lapras is like the bane of... It's like the most dangerous part of facing the Elite Four again. But the Elite Four is my best chance to get enough money to just buy a Porygon instead of playing the game corner. I'm not too far away. If I can get 35,000 Pokemon dollars, then I can just buy it straight up. Oh crap! I don't have anybody to fight this Kadabra. Let's try Thunder Wave. At least you can set up the next Pokemon for success. You know what? If Fatalis faints, it's not worth it. Let's run away. Okay. Amaterasu is fast. We can run away with Amaterasu. There we go. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about bringing Plesioth. I think Plesioth should be part of the Elite Four Destroyer team. Because if I can get Plesioth high level enough, it'll like maybe wreck it. 35k is not too bad. Yeah, if I can beat them easily. That's the caveat, isn't it? I guess I've gotten a lot more levels. I think when I faced the Elite Four, Beatrix was like only level 50 or below level 50. So they've come a long way. And with all of this Cerulean Cave training, I've brought them up a lot. I'm thinking like who else could... I don't know who else would be a good pick from the red team. That's the problem. Because Salamander, a Charizard is not a terrible pick, but it's not like useful for most of the team. Beatrix has Blizzard, so Beatrix is going to be like my choice to fight Lance. Who else? I guess Agatha wasn't too bad because I've got a bunch of Pokemon that can resist her ghosts or otherwise do stuff. I guess if I trained up Hypnoc, I could maybe... Well, Hypnoc only knows, like, one move that's not a normal type move, so maybe Hypnoc isn't the best. And all of Agatha's Pokemon try to, like, Hypnosis you to build up into Dream Eater. Follow up with Dream Eater, I mean. So you kind of want to sweep her team anyway with, like, I don't know, a Pokemon that knows a Ground or a Psychic move. Whoops. Oh, so maybe Flutterby might be good. Flutterby, I taught Flutterby Psychic, and it has decent special. My one caveat is that I don't want to use a Pokemon that was not part of the core team. Like, I could train up... I started training up a Lapras that I have. But the Lapras is still, like, level 28 or something. It'll take forever. And I'm feeling like that doesn't feel like in the spirit of the playthrough as I did it. Because the core teams that I chose for Blue and the Red playthrough were kind of underdogs. At least, like, partly underdog Pokemon, or Pokemon I don't use very much. And, yeah, it was, alright, Beatrix can use Blizzard. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, who else could I bring with me? Because I guess... I think Danish has got to be part of the team, and Beatrix is too, like, valuable not to bring. For more than just Lance, of course. And I think Plesioth, because Plesioth is water type, at least will get a little bit of a boost fighting Bruno's team. And because it's flying, it might... No, I think flying doesn't actually resist fighting type, does it? Oh, you know what? Maybe Fatalis can actually fight a Chansey. Let's see. Let's get Thunder Wave so that it might not attack sometimes. Ooh, that Double Edge did a decent amount of damage, actually. But Chansey has, like... Does Chansey have a lot of defense? No, just a lot of HP. It's the experience point It's like a piñata. Whack it and experience points come out. Whoa, quite a lot. 2,000. That's the most of any of these Pokemon I've seen so far. Yeah, you do like Lapras a lot, but you think I should use the core team? Yeah, thanks. That's... Oh, we're close. Like 1 or 2 more fights. Yeah. I gotta pay my respects. Maybe... Oh, here's an idea. Maybe I should... Maybe I should pick all the Pokemon that are the most underdog and try to make them work as a team somehow. That would mean leaving Beatrix behind, so I might not have a Dragon Killer. Who would those be? I guess Beatrix... no, it would be Benahabras. The Beedrill would have to be part of that team. And then we could have Flutterby. We could have both bug buddies. Flutterby and Benahabras. And I guess Najarala would be in there, the Arbok. I could kind of justify Frog and Salamander, the Venusaur and the Charizard being kind of underdogs, because they're cool Pokemon, but they're not. I mean, I guess Frog has... I gave Frog Toxic and it kept Leech Seed, so it can do that cheese. It could do the Leech Seed Toxic cheese. Ooh, maybe that's how Frog could take down... Yeah. Frog could take down Lance and his dragons. Gosh, I don't know, maybe Hypnoc? Because Hypnoc... I evolved Hypnoc to be a Pidgeot, so it's tanky. Maybe it could fight Agatha's ghosts. I forget if they know Shadow Ball or anything. Maybe they might not, actually. Oh, the Tri-Attack. Okay, well, it didn't crit for once. But I seem to remember somebody saying that crit is based on speed stat in this game, and Dodrio's fast. So maybe that's why Dodrio's been critting so much. Hey, we did it! Level 42! And it's only 3/4 of the way through the stream. Alright. It's time to celebrate. Oh, it is based on speed. Is that what you're saying, Fabrice? Higher speed stat means more crits? Because let's see. If I bring Benahabra... Okay, so who would be the 6th one? Benahabra and Flutterby... I guess Mudge. Mudge is another underdog. So that would be the last member of the team. Okay, it is based on speed, huh? Okay. Oh, why am I going to the box? Okay. Let's go out. Let's go out into the field and hope that the stream stabilizes while I do this. Get ready. Hold on to your butts. We're gonna cheese fate. We're gonna like, look, Fatalis, I have this bowl of delicious candies. They're... I was trying to learn Dragon Rage. Okay, sure, Dragon Rage. Do you have, like, Growl or something? We can get rid of Slam, I guess. Slam is kind of lousy. Worst version of Body Slam. I don't think I'm going to actually use Fatalis in a fight, so it's whatever. I hope I calculated this right. Calculated. Yeah, I did. It's pretty easy math, so I'd have to do a lot to screw it up. And the final rare candy, Fatalis reaches level 50. Wait a minute. Dragonair evolves at level 55. Not level 50. I have to get it to level 47. Reset. Okay, we're not gonna... Fatalis is gonna get a rest. I'm gonna level up Fatalis next stream. Don't worry, I saved after level 47, I think, so... Or level 41. I'm gonna level Fatalis off stream. I forgot how bad this was. Halberd. Halberd is gonna get the rest of the levels. We're gonna do the fun... We're gonna do the fun Pokemon first, okay? Let's go. Dang it. I had a feeling I'd done something wrong, and yet, and yet. If only I had saved before I used the rare candies. I don't know why I didn't do that. Oh well. My bitrate is not happy about it either. Jeez. Come on, get out of the gutter. What's going on? I'm not doing anything else. Actually, that's not true. I've got my laptop is, I'm using my laptop to monitor the stream. Which actually, screw that. I don't need to do that because I have OBS open because I couldn't play that. Okay, yeah, you go take a rest, Fabrics. Thank you. Thanks for the luck. Thanks for the good wishes. And for the advice and for clearing up some mysteries about how Pokemon works. But yeah, boy. Fatalis is so lazy. Oh, it's such a lazy beast. Oh well. I'm gonna seriously try to level it up off stream this time. Like I'm gonna actually do that. Cause it is a real pain in the neck. And Renoplos is gonna be almost as bad. Cause I'm pretty sure it's level 45. Oh, and then I've got like Ponyta doesn't level up until then. Unless you can use a Firestone. Maybe you can use a Firestone on a Ponyta. That would be cool. I should check. I should check what Pokemon you can use Firestones. I would happily buy Evolution Stones. Oh, except that I have to save money for the Porygon, so maybe not. Maybe not. I'll use these stones that I have already. Ooh. Oh well, back to the old grind. At least Spearow doesn't take forever to level up, to evolve. It's a little bit slow though. Yeah, man. Think about the team. So I guess I have two choices. Either I can either pick all of for the Elite Four. I have two choices. I have two choices for the Elite Four. Either I pick all the best Pokemon from each core team, or I give myself a weird challenge and try to make the worst ones from each team work. God, why is the stream so bad? Why? What'd I do wrong? I swear, I have no idea what's happening. This is miserable. Maybe I do have to give somebody a phone call. I have to make some very angry phone calls to various technical support lines. So I don't know. I don't know how you improve your stream, the stability of your stream. Like, I'm supposed to have 10 megabits. I'm supposed to have 10 megabits up, and I'm not getting 10 megabits up. It's a bunch of bull honky. It's a bunch of baloney. Uh-oh, Dodrio got another attack. Come on, Danish. I thought you would knock it out in one hit, but you didn't do it. Hey, Danish got a level. Oh my gosh, the stream died. No, it's back. What the flip? Again, I said this last stream on Monday. I'm glad this isn't my job because I would be furious. I'd be fuming. I'd be sweating. Because boy howdy. Like nothing else. The thing is... I don't know. Actually, here's an idea. Turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone. That's... okay. I will feel really dumb if this is the solution, but for the longest time... I'll say that for the longest time, I would turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone while I'm streaming, just in case it's eating up bandwidth. And I guess now we'll see for sure if we get like a marked improvement or not. Uh-oh, Dodrio got an attack boost. Nope, the stream is still crap. But let's see if it turns around. Maybe it'll adjust. Maybe it'll take a minute to adjust now that I've turned off my phone Wi-Fi. I guess I have some other, like, sleeping devices that might be using bandwidth, but they shouldn't be at their sleep. And there's nobody else there's nobody else using my router. It's just me. I've got the router all to myself. And yet, it ain't working. What the heck? Okay, it seems to have improved a little bit. And now that I've said that, it's not. Danish! Danish! I look away and you're about to die. From a self-destruct. I think these electrodes... The only reason that there are two versions of self-destruct is for this. So that is for the wild Pokemon. So that there's a 50-50 chance that a wild electrode is gonna blow up. I think that's the only reason. That's gotta be. There's like no other reason to have two moves that are otherwise identical. Unless I'm mistaken, they even do the same amount of damage. And they also have have a modifier where they cut the defending Pokemon's defense in half to calculate damage. They modify the defense stat. They divide it by 2 before applying the damage. So it's not doubly as powerful, but it's effectively much more strong. I don't know. I'm still gonna leave my phone Wi-Fi off and see if that changes something. Cause so far it looks like nope. Okay, Amaterasu. You're faster than a wild Kadabra. That's good, but you need to actually hit it. Ooh, come on, hit it. Hit it. Okay, you hit it. Yeah, look at that. I shouldn't even use Fire Blast. If it isn't a one-hit. A critical psychic? Are you joking? Are you kidding me? Are you yanking my chain? Kadabra with the crits? But if crits are based off of speed, then that's why Kadabra got a crit. Okay. I want to say... I have a feeling Spearow doesn't actually evolve until level 28, so we gotta wait a while. But I feel like it might evolve at level 22. Or maybe even level 20. I'm not gonna look it up because I want it to be more of a surprise. Oh, Beatrix. You're gonna go second and you're gonna have to suffer a Psybeam. But it's okay, it's not a stab move because Venomoth is not part psychic. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Ah. Didn't do enough. Surf, surf. Throw the water at it. Oh. Come on, surf. Bring the tide in. Yeah, there we go. Hit it with a surfboard. All right. I hope it's level 20, but I don't think it is. I'm just trying to remember. Trying to remember what various Pokemon a level evolve at. Because I think it's not the same. I think Spearow does not evolve at the same level as most other Pokemon. Oh, excuse me. I hope I don't have hiccups. I might be getting hiccups. Hiccups. I don't know why I'm doing Sand Attack. It's probably a waste of time. But Dodrio did a Rage. Oh, it's good. It missed. Okay, Sand Attack was a smart move. Rock Slide? Hey. I have not been using Sand Attack very much at all, and it finally came in handy to save Danish from getting knocked out. Oh, I don't want to go back to the center again. Okay, come on. We gotta find something that we can knock out without losing another Pokemon. And the stream has got to stabilize at some point. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I realized there's something I used to have. I can't imagine it would make a difference, but I used to have this thing that was like some extra... It's kind of bloatware. Oh, boy. Come on, Beatrix, you can do it. Oh, you don't get to go first, so maybe you can't do it. You survived on one hit. Oh. Okay, Beatrix, I'm sorry, but I have to let you get knocked out so that we can safe switch to Danish, and maybe Danish can go first and knock out this Dodri on one hit. Can you go first and knock it out in one hit? Come on, Rock Slide, get a crit. Get a crit or something. Knock it out. Yeah, okay, we did. Okay, moment of truth, y'all. It is Halberder's Evolving! It only had to get to level 20! We got one evolution this stream. For crying out loud. Yeah. Into a Fiero. It doesn't... The syllables... There aren't enough syllables to sing it. I always want to sing that line. Halberd evolved into a Fiero. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It usually doesn't work. And yet I keep doing it. You need... The Pokemon name should be 3... The name that you've given the Pokemon needs to be 3 syllables. Or no, it needs to be 2 syllables. And then, I guess the last one, the evolved form needs to be 3 syllables? I'm trying to work it out in my head. Okay, Halberd, thank you for your service. Oh, I need to read your Dex entry. Pokédex, Pokédex. Fiero, the beak Pokemon. With its huge and magnificent wings, it can keep aloft without ever having to land for rest. Oh, that's cool. So who's the next easy Pokemon to evolve? I guess Nidorino from Nidoran Boy? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep leveling Fatalis. So what we're gonna... Who can we draw out of the box? I should bring Banahabra. Oh, Banahabra is level 51. I thought it was much lower. Okay. You know what? Banahabra must have leveled up from at least once from fighting all of Lorelai's Pokemon. Oh, did I save? Let's save. And I gotta change the dex count. 103. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong window. Okay, there we go. That's right, isn't it right? 103? Oops, nope. Okay, we're 103. Oh my gosh, now the stream is overcompensating. The flip, the hexicle, the boinkers, what the bananas, what the hobgoblins, what the hockey sticks. Okay. Anyway, we're going back to Cerulean Cave. We're gonna train the most lazy dragon in the world. Oh, I was done. Singing. Sand Slash. No, Fatalis. Well, nah, Fatalis doesn't have good enough stats to survive a Sand Slash with that much level advantage. Holy crap. Beatrix is good, though. Because, ironically, Sandslash doesn't know any ground moves. I don't know why. It's a weird decision. Yeah, I think... You know what? I was thinking Banahabra had a low level, but it's actually... I think it's actually Mudge. I think Mudge is the one that's like level 47 or 48. I would need, if I'm going to bring Mudge to the Elite Four, I need to train it up a lot. I think before I go back, they all have to be level 60 or more or higher. Whoever my team is. Let's see. I think Danish is the only one I can send against a Marowak. I'm flashing back to, I'm flashing back to all those times that I realized my Pokemon are... my team, my core team for each of these games had, like, one or more huge weaknesses, one or two huge gaps in type coverage. Which, I don't know, I could combine them to make a team that covers all those gaps, but maybe doesn't, maybe still has a mix of underdogs and like really champion tough Pokemon in it. I don't know. I don't know. Because who could I do? If I did Frog, gosh, I don't want to have too many of the same types. If I do Frog, Banahabra, and Mudge in the core team, in the Elite Four team, then that's like 2 poison Pokemon and 2 grass Pokemon and 2 bug Pokemon. Like, it's this horrible amount of weaknesses. Okay, come on. I forgot. I'm sorry, Ami. I have to pay attention to the fight. Okay, Amaterasu, you can do it. Oh, you broke out of confusion. Awesome. I hope you didn't do that to spite me, and you did that because you wanted to do good. I hope you level up soon, Ami. Because Ami is a Pokemon that has... I want to say, like, the one Pokemon that Ami was kind of useful for is Jinx in Lorelei's fight. That's about it, but Banahabra could knock out Jinx anyway. So it's like... Jeez, who do I go with? Do I get Banahabra to, like, sweep the whole team again? I don't know. Maybe. And then after that, Banahabra's not really that useful. Maybe against... Oh, Amaterasu, you're the one who's supposed to fight the Venomoth. Okay, fight the Venomoth. Do it. Get the Venomoth. You missed. Come on, get the Venomoth. Come on, you could do it. Survive the Psybeam. You could do it. Yes, that's all. You're paralyzed. Banahabra, you can do this. You've got a bug move. I know Banahabra, I'm sure you're a little, like, you've got some aches and pains. You've been in the box for, like, hours and hours, and you almost got knocked out in one hit because I forgot that it has a psychic move. Oh, look at that! A critical Twin Needle. Critical Twine Needle. Wow. Okay, Banahabra, you came out, and you knocked him down, and almost got knocked out yourself. Wow. So, yeah, Banahabra is a glass cannon. Or maybe a glass pea shooter. You need to buff it up before it can actually do any damage. Gosh, oh my gosh! And I can't use Beatrix because it knows a psychic move. The thing is, if I was gonna build like an Elite Four killer team, a team of Elite Four killers, I would not use any of my core team because they're not very well suited for that. I would bring like an Alakazam and I don't know, probably an Alakazam might just sweep the whole team. Might just sweep the whole Elite Four. I would bring like an Alakazam and a Lapras with like an Ice Beam. Or some other Pokemon that knows Ice Beam and is fast. I don't know. Like an Electrode, I would teach an Electrode Thunder. Oh, that's something. I could teach an Electrode Thunder and then give it an X accuracy so that it can sweep Lorelei's whole team. But I can't do that for this because Electrode is not a core team member of either team. So, not an option. But, I don't know. Let's see, what would that team look? Okay, so actually, let's go off of my... Oh. Bye, Electrode. You really injured Beatrix there, but Beatrix survives. I guess I was starting to build a team out of this. So let's take 3 from blue. Let's take Banahabra, Frog, and Mudge. And then from red, we can take... Oh my gosh, Amaterasu was the one to fight this. Okay, let's see if we can survive a Cadaver's I mean. No, you can't. It was a crit. Oh, I actually got to run away. What was I saying? Frog, Mudge, Banahabra from blue. And then from red, maybe like Hypnoc. I shouldn't pick Flutterby because then I have another bug Pokemon on the team. Hypnoc. Oh, Hypnoc Najarala, which is another poison type. I have 3 poison type Pokemon. But I guess Hypnoc, Najarala, and maybe Baba Conga? I think Baba Conga is powerful against the right opponent. But in general, for the Elite Four, there isn't really a good opponent for Baba Conga. Maybe some of Bruno's rock Pokemon, but somebody else could cover those. Boy, I don't know. If I mix the teams together, I do want to pick only 3 from each. So I guess maybe the smarter picks would be like Beatrix, Danish, and Amaterasu? Or maybe Banahabra again. Banahabra to sweep Lorelei like last time. Oh, it's the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff. Okay, Wigglytuff has a few moves that are not damaged, so we can Thunder Wave it. But that's the move that does damage. So we could do Beatrix, Danish, and Banahabra, and then I guess Salamander's pretty good from the other team. Oh, Plesioth, of course. Plesioth, maybe Plesioth, Baba Conga. Gosh, who were my other team members? And Hypnot, Plesioth, Baba Conga, Salamander, Flutterby, and who's the 6th one? Hypnoc, Plesioth, Baba Conga, Salamander, Najarala. I've probably covered both. I've probably covered all of them and I just keep forgetting. Danish, you go, Danish. I don't know. Weirdly enough, reflecting on it, the red team seems to be generally, like, more underdog-ish. There are, like, more underdog Pokemon in that team. Or at least, there are more Pokemon in that team that are not a good choice for the Elite Four. Plesioth stands out as an exceptionally good choice for the Elite Four. Oh, Bombaconga. Wait. If I go in order of when I caught them. Salamander, Hypnoc, Flutterby, Salamander, Hypnoc, Flutterby, Plesioth, Najarala, Bombaconga. That's all 6. Okay. It's like naming all 50 states. Like, you know what all of them are, but, like, in any one moment, you'll leave out one, and then you can't remember, like, which one you haven't done. There's got to be a name for that. Like, some weird phenomenon of the human mind. But anyway, yeah, I feel like Bombaconga is not an underdog, now that I'm thinking about it. Bombaconga might not be great for the Elite Four, but it's not really an underdog. Najarala is. Flutterby kind of is. I would argue that Salamander's kind of an underdog. Charizard comes up short in weird ways, even in this game where it actually has a decent special. But yeah, who else? Like, so what would my, okay, if I picked the best Pokemon from each team, it would be imbalanced, but it would probably be, it would have to be Danish, Plesioth, Beatrix, maybe Hypnoc and Bombaconga? Just because Hypnoc has, like, is decently resilient to damage. Might do well against the ghosts because they'll miss some of their ghost moves won't hit. They won't use their ghost moves. Boy, I don't know. That feels like a bad choice. And then, I don't know, maybe I would pick Bombaconga for, like, as, like, a better pick. In a weird way, it feels like Danish, Beatrix, and Banahabra should be almost enough to handle the entire Elite Four by themselves. And so I have to figure out, like, what other roles could be filled by the other 3. I guess, like, could Mudge... Could I bring in Frog to do the, like, toxic strat on Lorelei? On Lorelei's Lapras? Would it even survive that long? Or Mudge... Maybe could Mudge survive long enough to spore the Lapras and then I switch to Frog to do the toxic cheese? I don't know. I should probably bring a bunch of revives again. But then again, like, I have to spend so much money to buy all this. I think the challenge of going back to the Elite Four is that I can't buy any more. I think I can't buy any more healing items than I already have. Any more recovery items. Oh, but look at that, it's the end of the stream. Okay, let's do this one battle. I just realized that we went over by like a minute. But it's fine. We'll do this one battle against a Chansey, which might actually get Fatalis back to level 42. Might get back to level 42, and then yeah. Let's think on the teams. I'll think on the teams between. I've got a lot of time. I think I'm not going to go back to the Elite Four until I've at least I've leveled all of the like Pokemon. Until I've leveled all the Pokemon that I can evolve by leveling. There we go. I think I'm going to do. I think the order is. Yeah, you know what? It's the end of the stream, but let's lay out my plan. First order of business is leveling Pokemon to evolve. Once I've evolved all of the Pokemon that can only evolve by leveling, we go to the Elite Four to get money for Porygon. Once we've done that, we do all of the stone evolutions, which I've done some of them already, but I'm going to do all of the rest all at once. All of the stones. After that are going to be the 4 trade evolutions, which we should have by then because I've evolved, you know. I should have a Kadabra, Machoke, Poliwhirl? No, not Poliwhirl. Kadabra, Machoke, I can't remember. Like, if I had the full list of Pokemon, I would know. But it's, you know, Kadabra, Machoke, Haunter, that's it. Kadabra, Machoke, Haunter, and whoever the 4th one is. Maybe it is Poliwhirl. I thought Poliwhirl evolves with a Water Stone. But maybe you have to trade it? That doesn't seem right. Anyway, the bitrate went to 0 for a second. This is really frustrating. Okay. So that'll be all for tonight. But that's my order of things. Sorry. After the trade evolutions, to finish off, after the trade evolutions, we're gonna go to catch all the legendary birds. We're gonna catch Mewtwo, and that's and then we have one more special thing to do, which maybe you can guess, but I'm trying to be coy. I'm trying to be coy and not say it out loud. And that is gonna be it for tonight's stream. But that's the plan going forward. That is the plan going forward in Pokemon Blue. So join me on Monday. Monday, we continue Monster Hunter 2. Probably it's going to be more of me complaining about how hard the game is and trying to get better equipment. I might face I might face Blangonga again. Probably not though. I'm feeling like I need a lot better gear to go after it. But then Pokemon Blue continues on Thursday. Next Thursday, more Pokemon Blue. Yeah. And so thank you all for joining me. And until next time, I'll be seeing ya.